Warning: this video may contain vulgar language and adult content. If you are easily offended or are susceptible to events pertaining to death, gore, family troubles, or other potential threats, then know that viewer discretion is advised. Please be safe when viewing and stop the video if you need to. Safety is far more important to us than entertainment, so please enjoy your time here with us as we explore this fantasy world.
Hello everyone, welcome to One-Shot Mishaps. We are going to be playing here a very different kind of one-shot, but before we get to that, we have three incredible guests that are here to play as three incredible weirdos for this incredibly weird one-shot. Feel free to introduce yourselves in whatever order. There's little to no organization, like most of what's going to happen tonight.
Everyone is
solid. Perfect.
Everyone, not all at once, please. Calm down.
So our special guest, the one on top, goes first. On my screen is Doctor.
I mean,
Oh, okay. I don't know the order here, but all right, sure. I'm DrLeach. Today I'm playing Dr. Edgar Leach. So different character, slightly, I guess. He's a skeleton man. Should be fun. Excited.
Be definitely odd. And then we'll go over to Twisted over there.
I am Twisted Drake, brought in by these awesome folks, good friends of the Dragons in the Dining Room crew, which are real-life friends of mine. And I am playing a Turtle Blood Hunter.
Ooh, interesting.
No, that's you don't even know, man. You don't even know.
Yeah, it took some time. And then we'll go over to our final illustrious guest here.
All right, hey guys, I'm Stefan at the Stefnator all over the place from Paradise RPG, playing the Tiefling Storm Sorcerer, Captain Storm. I don't know if that's the voice. I just want it to be a little dramatic. But yeah.
No, it's great. And then we have three of our other players here who you have definitely seen on essentially everything else. Playing... I'll let you three decide how you want to explain you.
well, I will explain my character. I am Tick Kit, the Goblin Artificer, part of two other Goblins Artificers, which I will have them introduce themselves.
I'm not a goblin. I am a person.
I'm also a person.
I'm sorry, I am a person named Guy, in a trench coat with a mask on. That's all you'll know from me. Oh.
It'll be very evident what they are when we start. It will be immediately evident. Yeah. So
Now, the fact that it's actually three different people for each one of the goblins is amazing.
It is weird. It's gonna be something. A lot of leniency on, I believe, rules are gonna be in effect here. A lot of on-hand, immediate decisions are going to be made. Anyways, so this one shot is an idea that I saw floating around Twitter a little bit, like many months ago, and tried to get a group going, and then it unfortunately fell out because of technological issues, yada yada. This one-shot is going to be a rapidly leveling one-shot. So basically, every 45 minutes, due to story reasons, the party is going to increase in level, in aptitude, in strengths, and everything. So they're going to be immediately growing very rapidly. So the plan is to essentially start at level 3 and to end somewhere around 11. So it's going to be a very dramatic leap, and I feel like it's going to be different for sure. And it's going to be a ride. It's going to be an exhausting, mentally difficult to keep up with, but I think it'll be fun because that's the whole purpose of, Dungeons and Dragons anyways. All right. So
it's not to relax or anything. Nope. Nope.
No.
It's
Everything
an
is
exhausting
strict.
ride.
Everything is strict and serious. No jokes, none. And all right. So, oh, my fucking Discord is having notifications on. No.
Woof.
Stop spamming the chat. I know which chat you are.
I didn't stop notifications. You
I have
loser.
to mute it still. So there. My God. Ugh.
One of us has to have the last say.
You brats. Anyways, so we take place in a world that has crashed. A small meteorite has collided with the lands and caused the ocean sides to essentially cover 75% of the world's land. As a result, naval forces, scavenging the seas, exploring via boat systems and other magic has become a necessity. Where we take place is in a naval force of a continent that has heard of some odd threat, an island that people have traveled to but never left. The sea around it has this dark purplish tint, rumors of discolored trees, abnormal creatures, and a very intense sort of atmosphere about it. With those rumors being spread across what remaining land there is, the naval force has been designated to resolve, or at least come to a conclusion of what this potentially is, and to resolve it. As a result, the captain has decided on sending a ship piloted by 3 individuals who are of professional grade, but then also accompanying them with a different group of 4. This in total 7 manned ship and vessel is going to be piloted directly towards the island and will effectively solve, or at least learn of, what is going on, as nobody's been able to effectively gather intel on this potential island. And that's where we're going to kick things off. So, the 4 of you, as you are essentially sailing towards this abstract island of rumor, off in the distance, you're unable to see it currently, but you're in your respective areas depending on your field of specialties. So we have Guy, we've got Edgar, and I'm forgetting the other 2, unfortunately, but essentially
The captain?
Roll
captain.
Bane Ooh.
Right.
Wait, so
Yes, Leech. Yes. But
Hey, y'all said it, so I did it.
on point.
Yep.
your varying times within the naval force has been rather different between the likeness of you all, whether you know each other or if you have enemies, friends, recent bypassings, or acquaintances, is fully up to however you guys essentially act. But at the moment, the captain is at the helm, obviously, and then there is none of the ships have sails. They all seem to be propeller-based under the waters, so that way you can have full-blown view of everything in front of you. So there is no mast in the ship itself.
Well, all Vance.
What would everyone
I
like
feel
to
like
do?
we could do better. Why didn't we build our own boat?
I don't know. Ask the guy at the top.
Hey,
Shut up,
hey,
guys!
you.
They're gonna hear us.
No, we're doing this a message.
Don't say it out loud, then. Anyways,
I just want to find some pizza.
You just want to find some people?
Some pizza.
Oh, pizza.
I thought you said pizza. I was like,
I thought he
"Did
said
you say
people.
No pizza.
Pizza,
Pizza.
people.
Pizza,
Pizza.
nice pizza.
I don't know. There is a medical professional down below the decks that potentially might have some kind of food-based product for you.
People pizza.
Pizza.
I don't think I'm a chef.
Oh, wait. Are you hungry? Here, I have egg for this. Reach and bag. Now
I think I'm fine. I'm just gonna stay over here.
I got a natural fail on my roll for my food out of my bag. That is not good.
Enjoy your smoldering, and somehow it's odd. He pulls out this slice of pizza, and it's not only is the sides of it burnt, but the inside of it is completely raw. So you can look at it and you can see the cheese is just still layered on top, but the sides are curled over, blackened. To you especially, this is probably something you would eat.
Actually, I'll take some if you don't mind.
Yes, pizza. Give me pizza.
All yours.
Yes,
All
give
yours.
Yes.
And
Enjoy.
as Guy takes the pizza, he walks away from the crew, and you just see him over the ship doing something with the pizza.
A little goblin hand comes out of the chest.
Yes! Eat!
Yes! Yes!
There is something very strange about that guy. Captain Storm says as he resumes pacing the helm.
Yeah, on
Serious
the
man.
helm with you, there is two individuals that you have been well acquainted with. There's Joffrey, and then there's Creven. They both are elven in nature, but they both are almost semi-identical. The only change and difference between the two is immediate height. The height of one is nearly 5'10". The other height is nearly half of that at maybe 3 feet tall. It's extreme dwarfism, and their legs are very short in comparison to their identical alternate twin, just in height.
And who's the taller of the two?
Creven is the taller of the two.
Revan.
Are either of these two men the navigator on board the ship?
Yeah, one of them would be. It's probably the taller one, because he can see further.
Okay, next to him, up on top of the ship, I have spread out a map in which I'm kind of discussing questions over the island as I'm piecing something together, mostly out of academic interest. And you see a skeleton in a black suit with a bolo tie.
Bolo tie. Interesting. Okay. The sun is out. It is currently like dawn, so the sun is still just cresting upwards. As you're kind of going over these details with him, time has gone by, some hours have passed, and going over the academic passages and trying to learn a few things. Captain, you can very clearly see that since the navigator is kind of distracted, the waters that you're approaching are of a deep shade of purple, almost. The bottoms of it, you can't see any further, and off in the distance, you can start to see, just in a speck, what looks to be some sort of land.
Yeah, so upon seeing this, Captain will say out, almost like a call. Well, it appears we're approaching land. The waters here are foul in nature. I can only imagine what vile deeds are being done on that island. Ho!
Is that land ho?
Land ho indeed.
Yeah, but is the land a ho?
The land of hoes? No, I don't imagine.
Oh.
I write Land of Hose on the map.
We're live at the land of hoes.
No, I'm
It
saying...
hasn't been named, right? It is now. We're good.
I don't think that's the best name for this place.
It's
I thought you said there was
called
gonna be-
Hole.
It was the first name suggested. That makes it valid.
Fuck.
Brother. What's the name island called again?
Oh, we came here for gold, brother. Brother.
Yeah. Brother.
Not hose.
Which one is it?
I thought it was called the island of gold, not hoes.
I punch you in the leg. Fuck.
That guy's doing that weird thing again where I think he's talking with himself and
No.
the
You
way
can see
he
the
shifts
head tilting
wiggle.
down to like look at different levels of the body.
the little like arms and legs like pushing out here and there.
My skeletal arm comes into the shot onto your shoulder. It's like, yes, it's most peculiar.
Don't mind me. I'm just having a little, what you humans call a spasm.
Spasm.
You should know he technically failed his physical. I believe he had 6 testicles.
You were told to keep that a secret.
We paid you the rest of our money, fuck.
God damn it!
Sorry, I'm not actually a real doctor, so confidentiality is not really required.
God damn it!
I told you not to trust a guy in a bow tie.
You're the one who
Three guys
suggested
in
it!
a trench coat.
Bickering amongst the lot, the land starts to get closer and closer. The shade of the purple is still immediate. In fact, when you kind of like look behind you, it looks almost as if there's just a cross of line. The moment that it gets to a certain point, it turns back into a normal shade of blue. But then anything beyond that is an immediate shade of purple, and it looks almost like a sphere or a circle around certain areas.
About how far out from the island does it appear to be?
You look, and the navigator kind of like pitches in, pulls out a spyglass, looks out. It's about 1 mile further, so in total it looks to be like a mile of a radius of this purple sort of field. Those who are kind of paying attention to the waters and everything like that can make perception checks if they would like.
Yeah, we're at the edge of the boat, so yeah, why not?
I can't see.
Yeah, so the 2 people that are inside the trench coat, by the way, there are 3 goblins in a trench coat if you didn't pick up on that yet.
Oh yeah.
Giving it away already? Jeez.
Spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they're talking to themselves. And they have 6 testicles, apparently. The 2 others cannot make perception checks.
A 21.
21?
Yeah.
Kind of like looking down because you're just trying to like yell at the others below you. Your field of view is a little bit limited as you're just tilted downwards, talking to them. But what you see when you're looking into the water is bits and pieces of what looks to be floating shrapnel. There's wooden planks, there's small barrels that seem to be floating off. There's a lot of just
Trash.
Trash. Yes. Damaged boats, effectively.
I don't like the look of that. I take out, look at like ahead of us. Is there like crashed ships on rocks?
When you look forwards, there's no rocks. There's nothing obscuring any of the sea. It looks almost like perfectly clear water. Even when you get like closer and paying more attention to the island, the waves themselves are very calm. The water is not rough or dangerous.
There seems to be a lot of trash, rubbish in the water, but can't say that I care, but it is a waste of materials.
Well, that
Is there
doesn't-
anything familiar about this shrapnel material? I've got a hunch, but
Paying attention to it, you're kind of like looking over it, and it's odd because there's also no like waterlogged damage to them. So if based off of that, you can actually gather what kind of material they are and the discolorations, as well as any insignias that might be on any of the crests.
Mahogany?
They're of various different woods, metals, from various different types of ships, some that are transport, others that are naval forces, some that look to have been commercial. There isn't a very specific kind. There seems to be various.
I believe we should tread carefully. I feel like all these were previous ships that didn't make it to the island.
Oh,
Does
shit.
anybody have rope? Who has rope? Tie rope around me, I swim down there. I hold breath long time.
To gather something, I presume?
Check things out. Look-see condition. Might give idea of what has breakage.
Well, I believe the average adventuring pack has 50 feet of...
Oh, yeah. If you have any of your starting equipment, you definitely have 50 feet of rope, probably everyone.
I mean, we're also on a naval ship.
There's
presume
definitely
that has
supplies as
additional-
well.
Yeah, so Captain will, seeing that this is a good idea, go out and start attaching ropes together and creating a nice long line.
Yeah, there's loads and loads. Going below the deck, you were stockpiled for essentially any kind of possible tragedy, as there's been very bad rumors about where you're currently heading. So there's loads of rope, there's loads of rations, water supplies, emergency, makings for shelter, things like that. So you can definitely start tying. How long do you want to effectively make it?
How far does it look down?
You can't see very far. Once it gets a little bit deeper, it just starts to turn dark.
Tall as a boat from like the deck to the water.
So 30 feet?
Okay.
So swim speed of 20. So let's go with 200 feet.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, so Captain will get 200 feet of rope, tie it on. There's no mast, but whatever central support.
Yeah, there's location, station, there's pivoted points, and there's metal. I can't remember what they're called. They're basically just beams inside the sides, so that way you can tie something down to it, so it latches onto on a dock. So yeah, you can effectively put it there.
Sure.
Are you stopping the ship?
Well, I
Yes,
was gonna
Captain, should we drop anchor?
maybe just best to slow the engine.
What it is so yeah, it is essentially an engine. Going back down below the deck, there is the further room in the far back that has a door that's essentially, it's less of a door and more just a door frame. It's part of a wall with a sliding nozzle off to the side. When you slide it open, it shows a number of electrical and crystal sort of gadgets that seem to be labeled in certain ways. Being a captain, you would definitely know how to effectively reduce the speed, increase it, put it into overdrive if need be, things like that. So
so he'll set it to the lowest setting so that if need be we can kick it back in without having to restart the engine or whatever.
yeah, you're just slowing it down a lot, so that way that way they're not being pulled at the speed of the boats.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it slows down. What you were approximately going at was roughly about, let's just say 60 feet per round, I guess.
Can I
Now
have
you're
it
going
in
about 10.
knots, please? We are on a ship, not a full knots.
What?
Did you not do your research on ship terms? Knots. I need the knot speed. I actually don't know if that's how you measure speed on ships. I know.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Give me the
Wow,
shit.
go really specific.
I will Google while you're doing this shenanigan.
Okay.
Do your research.
All right, so I am going to yeet into the water.
Brother, I think we're weighing anchor and the turtle's the anchor.
Oh,
What? How that makes sense,
He-
though?
Shut up down there.
You shut up!
Shut up, sister.
So,
So
what?
majestic.
we're not going to make it to the island. The island of Hose.
Island of gold.
The holes.
No, I don't want a hoe. I want gold. That's the whole reason we came.
I thought the island's called hoes, and we're getting gold.
Is there gold on the hoe island?
That's what I thought.
What about that turtle?
I don't know, that turtle came from nowhere. That's our brother.
Robert, what is he doing?
Anchor. Maybe. I know he gave us pizza. I'm gonna miss him.
Dude,
Oh.
horrible pizza.
Best food I've ever had.
It was the best one I ever had.
I cry.
That's a good teardrop.
You cry.
So I figured it out. Effectively, you were traveling at 6 knots,
Ah,
and you
a
reduced
lot?
it down to 1.
that's good DMing right there. I really appreciate that. I didn't mean to put you in a tough spot.
Bonus point. Do you know why they call it knots?
Because it's not right.
Check that Wikipedia page.
He's looking at his phone. He's like,
It is.
what?
My
what?
phone,
Well,
yeah, my
A
phone.
rope.
You have a call coming in.
Hello.
A Zoom meeting.
It's very stupid. Like, you gotta pick it up like close to your ear.
Because it's a nautical mile?
So it's how long it would take them to tie a knot.
Oh.
That seems like a very bad unit
I
of
see.
measurement.
Okay, yeah. This is a weird sentence. This device was a coil of rope with uniformly spaced knots attached to a piece of wood shaped like a slice of pie.
Now a slice of pizza.
Yeah, so you throw it out, and however many knots pass, that's how fast you're going.
Oh. I learned something today. I didn't think that was going to happen in this kind of one-shot.
You're gonna learn a lot
new.
of things, nothing you need to know.
Valid. Yeah, I'm never gonna need to know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn it. And I'm probably gonna forget it tomorrow.
Yeah, not gonna
Oh,
retain
you
any
know.
of it. I'm gonna forget tonight.
I was
Sea
about to
turtles
say,
feed on their
what's the
bowl.
knot again?
What are we talking about?
Nani?
All right, so you have this
What am I
300
seeing down
feet
here?
of rope. Are you diving into the water?
Yeah, I'm already in the water.
Okay, I missed that while I was looking up knots.
Turtle.
Priorities.
Priorities. The moment you hit the water, it's thick. It's not like you're swimming or you're submerged in water. It's almost as if you're submerged in, like, oil. The moment you kind of come in contact with it, it sinks onto your arm and you can see, like, a visible stain partially as you're going into the water.
I'm gonna lick it.
It's not good. It doesn't physically harm you, but it definitely does not feel good.
I like
Yeah,
he's
it's not
tied to a plastic
jelly.
straw.
So what are you
That's
doing?
not the
Are you just swimming down? Because when you go,
I'm
when
gonna-
you're looking around, it's still pitch black.
Pitch black. Even with, I believe, 60 feet dark vision.
It is still pitch black. I mean, you can see
Damn.
if something were to be in it, but you are not seeing any ground, any other fish or lives, nothing.
I mean, wood and shrapnel.
That's on the top, but yeah, you'd be able to see that.
Alright, I'll head back up and then disclose my discovery of jelly-like water with nothing in it. No
Jelly,
fish.
that's a much better way to describe it than oil.
I'm
That's
gonna.
why I licked it.
I'm gonna smell him.
There's no odor. Make a investigation or perception check.
Boo. 10.
Okay.
Nothing.
No, nothing. No smell.
Oh, okay, no smell. I think you're fine.
If you don't mind, I'm going to use shape water and pull some of it into a test tube, and I'm going to take a look at it.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. Especially with the understanding of the spell, this is in fact water, and it just slides on up into a little vessel as you're kind of like looking over it.
It does affect it, so
does
that's a
affect
good
it.
test. All right. I will also. Yeah, may I also roll investigation?
Yeah, go ahead.
19.
19. The substance itself when you're kind of investigating it more and more, you can tell that there's water, and then there's something else that's kind of using it. It's more so like when you're sliding it from left to right, the water separates for a moment from something as it's stuck to the side, and then it slides back into it, and they back to mix. There's no, like, organism in it or anything like that, but it's definitely... There's both water, and then there's something else.
There's something...
Go ahead, sir.
It doesn't appear to be mixed. Whatever it is, it's attracted to the water.
I'm forgetting your turtle's name. What's your turtle again?
Misrolled Bane Uwu.
I can't believe I forgot. I remembered it as you were saying it. I'm just gonna call you Bane, because that's a lot of...
This is the second thing you learned tonight.
I'm learning so much, guys. Alright, so Bane, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh no. 14 total.
14? Okay. After some time investigating and everything, you're able to get whatever the substance is off of you. But when you do, you can tell that whatever it was is extremely... It's odd. You're not necessarily sure how, but it's almost as if your body is rapidly aging.
Turtle.
Oh, turtle.
I'm sure you live a long time as a turtle, but...
Not old as fuck.
Probably takes a long time before you notice.
Oh, it's been 500 years? Oh.
I mean, you see that? You see that wrinkled mug right there? Hey, look at it.
So basically, he looks the same.
Effectively, yes, except that to him, he would be able to see the difference.
It's more, maybe we like see rings like growing on your shell. It's like suddenly some extra ones are spiraling out.
That's how I imagine. It's like, oh, a new circle pops up. Shoot!
You
Another
cut
circle
into it,
pops
it's
up.
just like a bunch of layers.
So, I'm more wrinkly.
I mean, you were in the water for a while. When I stay in the water, I get kind of wrinkly.
You can't swim, brother. Shut up.
I stomp my foot below me.
Okay, I dry off, I sit here, and I count wrinkles.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you've aged significantly. It's just that to extreme exposure, it might potentially be a lot longer of a span.
Stay out of water. Get bad stuff.
Potentially necrotic.
Good to know, I guess. Well, let's back to full speed and head to that island, see what we can find.
And try to avoid touching the water.
Right.
Just scream out bad touch, it's okay.
Bad touch!
You just hear three voices say bad touch at the same time.
Note to self, prescribe anti-schizophrenic.
Anti-schizophrenic.
Yes.
Yes!
Turning it back to full speed, it takes you roughly, now that you're 7 knots, it takes you about
Lost.
5 minutes, I think. If I'm doing my math right. It's 1 knot is 1.15.
Don't even. This is guesstimated.
I apologize for complicating things. I just wanted to...
Yeah, no. It takes you roughly about 5 to 10 minutes to get closer and closer to where you're actually able to visibly see elements of the island. The biggest thing that takes its first view to you, something that you would have noticed a little bit further than the rest of it, is a very large mountain spire. It comes upwards, but getting closer to it, you would have seen the distance to it, but it almost looks like it's curving as it goes upwards in a direction, and then it comes to a flat slant up at the top of it. At the base, there seems to be trees, some of having blue tinted leaves, others having bark that looks as if it's the same sheen as the grass. There's various different elements of colors among the trees themselves. There's sand on a coastal beach that is pale white in color. And approaching it, you can see there is a dock, and on the dock there is about 3 or 4 ships.
Is there room for our ship to dock?
Yeah, the dock itself is pretty expansive. There's about 5 different columns of space, and only 2 of them are taken up by these 4.
And are there any like other structures on the beach, or is it just this?
There's no other structures. Only the port.
Yeah. So Captain yells out, "Krevin, get us over to that dock. Let's see what we can find."
Yeah, piloting it over. It takes a little bit of some maneuvering between slowing down, especially as now thinking about it, the speed is now in a way that you can't see how far you're going, so you have to slowly speak between the two. Maybe a poor design choice, but it's something that you have to live with.
You hear guys scream out, "Wait the turtle!"
But you're able to effectively come to port, if you would so choose, and dock.
Oh yeah, throw down that gangplank, boys.
Yeah.
Are there any seagulls? Have we seen any signs of life as we're kind of approaching here? I know we see plants, but you said they're mainly blue.
Yeah, there's trees, there's grass, foliage. You haven't seen any life on the beach. Your vision's kind of blocked off by the vast amount of different kind of trees that are in your path. But you would have seen some birds passing over by, some going beyond your vision, but nothing on the island, just birds in the certain air around you.
Oh, see, yes to the seagulls or no?
Yeah, seagulls, but they are not on the land.
How about bagels?
Bagels? I don't know. Bane might have some in that magical bag of food.
A dire bagel appears. Roll for
I
initiative.
got you. Maybe. Hold on. Let me.
Maybe.
Let me check and see how good this bagel's gonna taste.
It's got mold on it.
Ooh, net 20! Yeah!
It's solid gold and you can't bite into it. No, it's a good bagel. It's an excellent and pristine bagel.
You are.
Well then, I grab the bagel, I eat it, and then I spit it out saying, "This tastes terrible!"
I like that
Who would
salted
eat-
bagel over your shoulder.
So I take the bite and just scream out, "This tastes terrible! Who eats this kind of bagel?" And then, I give it to the other ones.
Well, you've effectively landed. What would everyone else like to do as they're discussing the taste of and etiquette of eating a bagel?
Yes.
Captain's gonna, walk off, and I guess, did you intend for Joffrey and Krevin to join us on our adventure, or are they staying with the ship?
They'll stay on the ship to make sure that it doesn't, get taken, because if it were, you would have one hell of a time trying to get back, and B, to protect the engine primarily, because if something were to happen to that, you would be stranded.
Sure. So then Captain would be like, well, I guess we'd best go check these other ships, see where they're from and if anyone's left. And he's gonna go start checking out some shippies.
Going out to the other
I'll
ships?
come with you. They can go
So,
there, brothers.
Captain and Guy are going to the nearby ship, which is rather small. It's you would recognize this ship as just a courier, something that's meant to just take very swiftly a few things, minor things. A lot of it was used for mail and speech between the land masses. But getting up closer to it, the ship itself is pristine. Uh,
Search the ship.
Bane, Leech. Did either of you two want to do anything, or are you staying on the boat, going towards another ship, or are you going to be doing whatever else you two do?
I'm gonna go search that ship, the fancy ship.
The fancy
I'll follow.
ship?
Yeah.
I'll follow the captain. I'm very curious as to what's happening here.
You'll follow the captain? Okay. So Bane is going to the larger, more royal-esque type of ship. It definitely looks like it was a tourism, something that was designed to be luxurious for stay. Definitely something a lord would travel in. Probably a bulbous man, a little bit heavier set.
It's a big ship.
Dare use that name.
Is there a name on this ship?
On the ship, no. There is not a name on the ship. But it would take a little bit longer to get to that ship because that's on a different column, so you have to kind of go down and find a branching path. So we'll go over to the other 3, technically 5, that are on this ship. So going on to the smaller one, it is a little bit, on the interior of it, looks a little disheveled, but anything that's in it looks pretty much like it works. You don't find any food on the top level of it. There's a very small package sort of area inside of a singular room that would be used for the navigation portion of it. And you would recall that as sort of a safe box, essentially, something to keep documents preserved and avoid weather damage effectively.
Well, with that knowledge, gonna go check out that room. We're looking for one, of course, any alive individuals or dead, I guess, to help tell the tale. But any documentation, journals, captain's logs, if they have them, stardate, whatever.
There is a captain's log. A lot of it isn't necessarily the most useful. It's a lot of them discussing about their travel. You do find a singular note in it at the very end that is more discomforting than anything else. It reads about... It's very ominous. It talks about how life comes at an end, time itself is ever revolving, and the presence of death is very high on this island. It does not go on any further, especially as you can tell that several pages were just ripped out. It doesn't look like anything was written on those pages. It looks more so just out of symbolism. They ripped out all the pages.
Well, it appears that whatever is in the water might be affecting the rest of this island. The captain seems to have not lost his mind, but definitely gone a bit of the existential route with death and its finality. And well, he ripped out the last few pages for a dramatic flair.
What's the dates? Check the
That all
dates.
seems quite accurate. I think he was fine.
The dates date back to about well over a year ago.
Maybe he was stranded here and went crazy and wrote that letter.
Well, then why are the ships in so good condition, and why are there no bodies?
All great questions. I feel we must either search the rest of the ships or head further into the island to see.
To the island ho!
You're on a fancy ship right now.
By yourself, mind you, Mr. Turtle.
While they're
Okay,
investigating
cool.
and reading,
Right.
we're gonna go over to the fancy ship now. So
This is where we have our beach party interlude.
climbing up, you can definitely see there's a small basin filled with water that's pale white. It's got a little bit of some freckled bubbles inside of it that just seem to lift upwards with heat.
Well, poke it.
What?
I'm gonna poke it.
Okay, it's effectively a very warm bath, but The rest of the ship, looking over it, there are crates full of cloth, but a very large number of empty crates.
It's like, is the cloth deteriorated or anything? Is it still
Nope.
in good condition?
It looks as if it was brand new.
I'm gonna keep searching.
Okay.
Looking
looking over.
like books, stuff like that, notes, logs.
There's a lot of books. A lot of them are for entertainment. You kind of go below the decks, and there's 3 levels, from the top one. So the next deck, or the next level below the top deck, it looks to be like a lounge. There's loads of different furniture, bookshelves filled with books for entertainment. There is a music player off in the corner as well with a small needle. But there's not really any notes made by other people. A lot of it looks to be just books of entertainment. There is an open book out that discusses the etiquette of knots for boats and discussing about the science behind travel.
Take that book.
Could be useful.
There's no parma eggs over there.
There's
But-
12 copies of the Lusty Argonian Maid. What's going on here?
So no food stuff, no supplies, nothing like that.
No food. No food, plenty of cloth. There's pristine bedding. One bed in particular looks to be unmade, but the cloth itself looks fine. It's just that whoever was sleeping in it probably was a slob, and it was just thrown everywhere with little disorganization. It's a very large bed.
Is it a black bed with white pillows?
Yeah, sure.
What are you talking about?
Alright, shit. Nothing fun here.
Yeah, there's not a captain's log, especially as this was more so meant for tourism. There wasn't necessarily a captain, it was more so just a collective guard detail sort of deal.
Got it. Alright, I'll head out and go meet up with everyone else.
Okay. Yeah,
With
as
my
you're kind of
book
like
about
stand out,
knots.
you can see them leaving their smaller boat. But
Hey, you guys!
Well, smoke comes out of his mouth.
you see a turtle off standing on a ship, just screaming out to you.
His shell's overheating again. I'll have to look into it.
It's blowing
Not the
steam.
bagel strips, please.
I forgot we had him here. I thought we weighed the total back at the ship.
No,
We had an anchor?
I thought he was the anchor. You lied to me.
Captain briskly walks to the beach to reunite with our turtle friend and to get a lay of the land from there.
Okay. Is everyone else following, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Is Guy able to walk normally?
Yeah.
Like,
Be
can
able
we
to
walk
fine.
and not give ourselves away?
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd be able to walk fine.
So where's our dogs?
What dogs?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm gonna worry about it now.
No, it's fine.
Not important, I suppose, for now.
Not yet.
They're part of the stack, I'm sure.
Just gonna explode out of it later. It's fine.
Maybe. You don't know that.
There's weapons to throwing dogs.
Inhumane.
Yeah, I mean, they are inhuman. They're goblins in a trench coat.
Lies. We're Guy.
We're
I'm
guys.
Guy.
Poor guy. Anyways,
I'm Guy. Not we.
getting to the shore, you're almost weary stepping forwards, but when you do, it feels and has that same sort of texture as sand, but as you step, there's almost these sounds of like shattered glass underneath your feet, though it still feels and acts and moves like sand.
gonna try to inspect that.
Okay.
See what's
Yeah.
going on.
Going down, you can make an investigation check for very specific details, or I can just give you a rundown of what it is.
I'll go for a little more specific.
Okay.
Captain's going down, running this hand between his fingers, like digging a little to see what. Oh, Jesus Christ. 6, yeah.
6. It is definitely sand-ish. It's when you pick it up and you rub it between your fingers, you're looking at it, rubbing it, and then it falls out of your hand. You're like, oh crap. You pick it up again, start putting it more in your hand. But it's definitely, it feels like sand, though having that shattered glass sort of sound. It's not loud. It's like as if you brushed your hand across shattered glass, but it doesn't hurt. It especially is reflective when you pick it up like singular grain.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my shell in it, and hopefully it sticks to my shell.
When you stand up after just rolling your back into it, it takes a moment where your legs are kind of stuck, so you plant your feet back and roll side to side to land back forwards.
Can he get back up after on his back?
I don't know. I imagine turtles, they do that side rocking thing. I learned that from Futurama.
The best source of turtle information.
I mean, that's how robots have to fix themselves. They have to roll side to side. Guy might have to do that later.
No.
It definitely, like, it's not stuck to your back, but in the crevices and cracks or the indentations into your shell that have just grown, it kind of slides out of, but it doesn't stick to you. It definitely is not stuck. It's just sand.
I'm not shiny.
You sure
I'm
shine with personality, though. Captain says. I have to say that he says that.
And here I was hoping the sand was bones. Disappointment.
Bone sand.
That's incredibly morbid and unsettling.
Brother, take this. And I hand you like a chicken bone. Take the chicken bone. Give it to the doctor.
I put it. I throw it out of the mass, and then we have Guy pick it up. I guess.
Right, I have to control the arms. So I take the chicken
arms.
and I hand it off.
Captain leans over to Dr. Leach and is like, "That guy is doing that weird thing again. It's incredibly unsettling." And
Yes, I saw. He produced a bone from his chest without reaching for it. So I'm worried. I'm worried his condition may be critical.
Here, doctor, I have a bone for you.
I'm surprised you didn't say a stupid joke.
I have a bone to pick with you.
there it is.
Yes. Thank you. Can I recognize this as a chicken bone?
It is, in fact, a chicken bone. It is very recognizable.
Because I don't have depth perception because I can't see, I kind of just rub my hand all over your face.
With the bone.
You just kind of slap this bone against my skeletal face, and I'm like, "Thank you," as it like drops down into my ribs.
It plays a beautiful melody of the Little Mermaid off the xylophone.
Skeleton dance kicks in.
Oh my god, he actually is bones.
What's everyone doing? Apart from the sand and the current trees around you, you don't see anything else. There's coastal beach that does travel along the side beyond your vision. It's more like it just kind of goes around some to your right. To your left is just shaved off land that eventually coasts into earth, and the trees kind of pour over the sides.
Captain will go, "Is anyone a good tracker? We might be able to follow the footsteps of those who came previously. I am not."
I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna stand in the back. I'm afraid to come across my ex.
Oh.
You're afraid of coming across your ex on a mysterious island that is
Tobacco, baby.
in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, it is the land of hoes, so I might come across my ex.
Oh,
Are we
Fair
still
point.
I stand
clear on
corrected.
that name?
Oof.
No,
Brother,
we've been here for
go.
a while, but I haven't seen any holes yet.
Or
I
gold.
haven't seen any of those tools either.
Oh, no, I meant the people.
I know.
I brought a shovel.
Oh,
At least we can make some holes.
brother. Brother, get going. You can see.
I see nothing. I'm not a good tracker.
Brother!
Oh, the only thing I have an eye for is gold.
You're right.
I'll scout ahead, and I like flick my wrist, and a raven pops onto my shoulder, and I direct it up into the air.
I'm sorry.
Did he
what was
turn
that?
our bone into a bird?
I missed that part. Sorry.
You just flipped the bird.
I flip my hand, and a skeletal raven appears, and it flies off in that direction.
that
Off,
fly?
like over the trees or off to the side?
Yes, inland. Yeah.
Inland. Okay. So it takes off. Are you able to perceive through it? I imagine.
Yeah, I'll do that for the immediate.
Okay. I was just curious if that was a thing or not, because otherwise the bird will definitely gather some knowledge.
No.
I can. It's fine familiar, so I can just
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
look through it for a period of time, but I can't detect anything while I'm.
Right.
Yeah.
You send your conscious over to theirs, basically.
he does that. I pick up my bone and I start playing with the ribcage. Playing music.
Our ribcage?
No,
Don't
his ribcage.
disrespect the doctor.
So
The
you
doctor's ribcage.
you
You don't have
lean down and the
I
hands.
don't.
have to,
I
like,
don't acknowledge you just knocking on me. I'm just standing there perfectly still.
You have to bend over, and the hands have to blindly grab at the bone before picking it up, and then going over and blindly hitting ribs.
Brother, how am I doing?
No, hi, no, go to the left. My left, you idiot. The other left.
You're both facing the same way. What does that mean, my left?
Walking over to the turtle, the captain goes, "That guy character is really... I don't know. Something's off."
Can I roll a performance check to use this chicken bone to play?
Sure, with disadvantage. In the meantime, the raven is flying off over these trees inland, and you begin to perceive through it as your body is now making music poorly. Looking out, the immediate surrounding, the tops of the trees are varying colors. There's red, green. One tree in particular is like a blackish shade. There's several with dark tinted yellows and oranges. It basically looks like the Lorax of trees. It looks almost like Dr. Seuss out here. Was not my intention, but now that I'm describing it, it makes it sound like that.
Ho makes a who?
Traveling further out, you can see that there's no structures that are kind of shining out into the immediate area beyond the treescape. And you're getting closer and closer to that large mountainous area that has the flat, slanted top to it.
So I'm relaying this, and I guess I'll drop out of the raven, kind of get your point of view on this.
And you see
What
the
was
guy
your
playing
roll
on your
performance.
Yeah, how are you guys doing when I pop out?
I rolled 2 18s, so that's a 17.
Oddly, very nice as you come out and you just start hearing a very calming, soothing tone.
I'm like, oh yes, doot, my friend, doot.
Brother, stop! Brother, stop! He's
It's
back!
almost like spooky, scary skeletons in here. And when you come to, you're like, ooh, that's very nice. And then you very quickly gather that they're hitting you to make these tones.
Brother, stop! He's here!
I hold up the hands and drop the chicken bone.
Well, this is unexpected.
That's what it looks like, I swear.
I move back a little bit.
Do I have the power to like articulate the arm enough to slap myself?
Sure.
And by myself, I mean
No!
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Nice.
I mean, stupid me. I should be playing with your crewmate's ribcage. That's unhuman-like.
Your crewmate's ribcage. What have we created this one shot?
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
The discipline on this mission is rather lacking.
Captain, take hold.
All right, Doctor, you said that. Actually, you didn't say anything. My apologies.
Yes, it seems the foliage is bizarre, changing alternating colors. Still no signs of any life extending into the mountain.
In that moment, as you are just coming back to consciousness and you can see Guy has just slapped himself and discussing about what you've seen through your raven, there's almost like this pulse. It's an immediate, like, wash over you, but it feels more, I guess, I'm trying to think, it's akin to as if somebody let off a very loud sonic boom. It just immediately hits you and it pushes you back for just a moment, and everyone in the vicinity is almost nauseous. Your ears are ringing. You can feel your skin boiling. And when you look at one another, you can see very distinctly,
Guy.
even for the turtle, except for Edgar, everyone has aged significantly.
I'm old. I'm an old goblin.
You're not old, but you have definitely aged in the span of however long that sonic boom hit you.
Mm.
And that's where the first level takes place. So now you're level 4.
Okay, time to roll, you guys.
So you roll, you just take the max health.
Oh.
Jurg will be praised. This is a terrible and sacred place.
So,
Right. As everyone else feels aged,
when was our dice again?
8. So if your
Edgar,
con mod is
you
2, like
feel
mine, 10 HP.
like that sonic boom hit you, and though you don't feel older, your knowledge feels almost more broad and widened out softly. Though you get this experience, like, this is, especially you, this is necrotic. This is dangerous and untapped magic that has been essentially released to you, but it's abnormal, and an overture about this magic will bring an end to you.
Rejoice, friends, the end of all things draws near. This place is interesting.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? The end of all things?
You sound like the letter of that. You sound like the person who wrote that letter at that ship over there.
Yes, I think we've discovered why nobody's here. Because they've died very quickly.
Well,
So what? You say we should just leave, or should we figure out why this is happening?
I mean, I'm already dead, so it makes no difference to me.
What? He's dead, brother.
Well, we
What's even more important is I now know how to use a whip.
That's pretty cool.
chains and whips excite me, so
Interesting.
Captain. No.
Well, I mean, we are in the land of pose, so
Did-
nothing's gonna surprise me here.
Oh boy. Did we get a direction of that boom? Did it come from the tower? Do we
It
know
definitely
this?
came from that mountainous location.
well, it seems that this power, whatever it is emanating from that mountain, tower, spire, etc. I suggest we go inspect it post haste.
I agree. Before I get any more older. You just see Guy just still the same.
You're wearing a mask, so I can't quite tell, but...
But I do feel old. Oh, my aching back. While she's just staying there motionless.
Alright, so are people traveling to, going through the forest then? Or is Edgar throwing his raven out again? What's the plan here?
I think we're just gonna start marching our way over there.
That way, bird.
I agree.
I guess the captain will go, Doctor, if you can keep your familiar in the skies to keep an eye out for any adversarial creatures, should make things a little easier.
I'll help stay in the front, just in case anything happens.
I'll carry the bag of bones.
The instrument and the bagel turtle. Yes.
Alright, so as you are now set out to travel, Edgar, you're having your raven out, peering into its eyes, and Bane is carrying you on its back. Correct? Am I understanding that?
Yep.
Yeah, do we want that much, or should I just have it come back and return if it sees anything?
I mean, that seems fine to me. I don't know if you need to be in it at the, because it can alert you when it sees, senses danger, right? So.
Yes, Edgar,
we
keep
can at least-
perimeter. Return if you see something.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you're still conscious, just walking, and then if it sees something, it'll inform you. Traveling through the trees is almost as if your entire vision has gone into this sort of trance. Different coloring tree barks and trees. The ground itself is littered with the differently colored trees' leaves. So it's just shades of black leaves, green leaves, blue, yellow, orange, just kind of layered on top of each other as you're taking steps forwards. And traveling through these trees,
Yep.
Yes.
Quickly. So, Guy's going to put on, well, technically, Kit Tick is going to put on some glasses. And
Okay.
it's, magic detection glasses.
So, what is those?
I basically have magic detection right now.
Is it where you can cast it at will, or is it where you just always have it on? 'Cause
Always have it on, as long as I have the glasses on.
Okay.
Yes. So, that's it. As we're traveling.
Putting it on, everything is magic around you.
I take it off.
Your eyes exceptionally are blinded by the colors and the given area. There is magic on every article of life. Even when you look at everyone else around you, there's this thin layer of magic over them.
Did I get a glimpse of what kind it was?
Necromantic.
Okay. So, I'm not sure if you guys caught on, but just in case, there's magic everywhere around this island. Everywhere. It kind of hurt my eyes, honestly.
That's,
Blinded by the light.
That's a nice, nifty pair of glasses you have there. Could you
Yeah.
tell if the magic was emanating, as we think, from the spire?
I didn't take a look. Right as I put it on, there's magic everywhere, on the trees, on the ground. Wherever I looked, it was blinding. But I think it was a lot more brighter, maybe in that direction, DM, if I took a look.
There wasn't any distinctive, more powerful magic. It was as if everything had a thin layer of necromantic energy over
Thin
it.
layer, okay, not blinding. Okay.
Well, no, it's just that the moment you put them on, it's as if you just put on tinted glasses and everything got shot at you.
So I do it again, but then I brace myself.
You,
There
you
we
can
go.
wear them. You're not genuinely blind.
Yeah, I thought it was like literally like super strong magic that I got blinded by
No,
everything.
no, you're fine. You can still
Thank
wear them.
God, okay.
I'm just
So
saying, it's
I,
as if you just put on 3D glasses.
I look at the spire then. Is it like
Well, you can't see it from the. because you're underneath tree coverage now.
That's true. Okay. If I get a better view, then I can check. But for right now, I can't see it from here.
It's a sad panda.
A sad panda indeed. I
thought he was a turtle.
Turtle panda?
Does that thing exist?
Brother, what's a panda?
Yeah, what is a panda?
It's a
I'd like to
pan,
join
the
duh. And I pull out a pan.
Oh, he pulled something out. What was it? I can't see it.
It was a pan. Duh.
Yeah, it was a pan.
I don't get it.
I'm upset.
Oh,
Well,
wasn't there a panda?
traveling forwards.
Interesting.
There's. Oop, yes? Oh, I thought you said hold on.
No, we're going ho to the hose.
To the
On
hose.
Ho Island. I lost my train of thought. Okay. Edgar, there's a moment where the bird flies straight through some of the tree coverage, lands on part of your shoulder, and it starts pecking at your neck. Just
What is it, Edgar? It has mimicry. It can speak a little bit.
It's essentially telling you that there's something rustling the trees approximately 200 feet in front of you.
Potentially life ahead.
I say we prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Captain says, casting mage armor on himself.
It's in front of us, you said, correct?
I cast Hex.
Okay. Yeah, casting your magics, and there's almost like a pause. After you place the magic on yourself, there's like this slight still air sound. Nothing seems to be happening until you just start to see trees in front of you, leaves starting to fall and fall.
Draw my long sword.
More trees begin to fall.
We'll draw
Not
all
trees.
sword as well.
Brother,
Leaves.
are we in danger?
Yes, take the sword out.
Where is it, brother?
And the
Again.
shield.
I just start like seductively rubbing the body. Brother.
It's where it was last time, brother.
Oh, I could grab the sword.
God damn it.
Don't forget about the shield.
Oh, no, that's on the
What's
arm right
order
here.
of operation here, by the way? Is everyone just kind of like walking in a row tandem, or
We're in the front, or I'm in the front. Guy's in the front.
I'd say
Bane is in
Captain.
the back.
I'll be further back by
Bane?
Bane-Uwu.
Yeah, Captain will be behind Guy, or like stepping up next to him.
Okay, so
brandishing
very
safe.
close.
Yeah.
Okay. As the tree leaves fall further ahead of you, the only thing that you can is hear it. You don't actually see it. But then there's trees that are nearby you, leaves starting to fall. You start to hear rustling across the grass.
Whatever you are, show yourself. We do not come here to harm you, simply to understand the powers at work here.
Fine, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, okay, yeah. He doesn't speak for us all.
The tree leaves that are falling on the nearby trees suddenly stop. Rustling is getting louder and louder. The tree that you're directly next to, the leaves start to fall.
Every day he's rustling.
Rustling.
So, if we're looking at this, does it appear like it's just a wave that's slowly approaching us of the trees losing their leaves?
It's more like individual trees are losing them at erratic times.
Okay, but there's not is there a pattern to how they're being lost, or is it just random?
It's just random.
Okay.
importantly, are the trees being shaken, or are the trees just suddenly losing their leaves?
The trees are just suddenly losing their leaves.
Like some kind of necrotic powers rolling through.
Death approaches.
I don't like the looks of this.
Me either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guy,
I write everybody's names in my book.
Oh no.
what's your AC, Guy?
Like
So we
our
get right back.
AC,
Yes.
20, I believe.
What?
Damn.
Yep.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, here we go.
As Captain, what you see is less of seeing and more of hearing,
Wait,
visioning,
do we have that thing?
and seeing
No.
an immediate reaction from Guy as you see huge bite marks emerge off the side of the body that Guy has.
That's a 16.
16? Okay. You do save, but you do feel this extremely thick and large bite mark emerge off your side. And when you look down, you don't see anything, but you just see a bite across the metal.
Are you sure I don't see anything?
No?
With my
Oh.
glasses on?
No.
Oh.
Captain, upon seeing those like bite marks, he's gonna swing his blade down where he would presume whatever creature had bit him would be.
Okay. You can go ahead and make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Dope.
I don't know who, of the three of you who's keeping track of Guy's health, but Guy took 9 points of piercing damage.
Also, so he's gonna be using booming blade with this as well.
Okay.
So still have to make it with disadvantage, but let's see. Jesus, we're rolling. 7 to hit.
7. You slash down, and the booming blade itself, when it collides with the ground, you can see like this tuft of the leaves just kind of brush upwards. There's nothing there. Your
What
blade
was
did not
that?
connect with anything.
Sorry.
Did anyone see what happened?
Something invisible clearly struck you. I was not quick enough, or I'm not sure if it's even ethereal.
Couldn't see anything at all. I just felt it. But I didn't see it with my glasses on either, so it's not magical, I guess.
It might be best if we hurry towards that mountain. Spend as little time here as possible.
I agree.
Bane.
Were there are there footprints on the ground anywhere?
I'll let you make a survival check.
I will do
Bane,
so.
what's your AC?
18?
18? Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw as well.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 16.
16. You do also save. Directly behind you, there's this push, and immediately directly onto like part of your shoulder, like almost like something was on your shell, biting down at you. You
Is it
feel
Edgar?
like fangs piercing into your skin, and then that creature leaping off of you. You do suffer. I already rolled. You do suffer 6 points of piercing damage.
It's happening too fast. We must move.
My survival's only a 13.
13. You do see tracks in the ground. What they look like is thick paw prints that are of canine sort, except that there are 5 portions to the paw. So I think a paw has like 4, right?
Yeah. Have like back thing.
Yeah.
So we must move before those things make another round in their attack.
Watch the ground. It has physical presence.
Let's stick together and move quickly. Captain says, starting to move forward, keeping his eyes towards the ground, looking for any appearing
Okay.
offerings.
And everyone, we're pretty much essentially traveling in the same order that it was. Guy, Captain in the front, Edgar in the middle, and then Bane in the back.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone rushing towards, paying close attention to the tracks. You don't spot any tracks kind of emerging in front of you. However, behind you, you start to hear tree leaves falling on trees, rapidly getting closer and closer.
What's the guy? Captain is going to quickly turn around and launching a witch bolt behind him. Try to aim it just like down whatever path we're following at an attempt to hit whatever is.
Okay.
Them.
I'll let you make 2 attack rolls, both with disadvantage.
Okay.
Since you're not necessarily having a target, you're firing in a direction.
Right. So the first one was a 17. And then 21 for the second.
Okay. It would definitely hit the first one. So immediately as you turn, sidling to the side of a tree, you propel forwards this cast of energy that is like a crackling beam that fires forwards. And there's rustling at a tree, and you almost see like a claw mark on it leaping. And right as the tree leaves start to rustle and fall, your witch bolt just strikes the side of this creature, and you can see this outline of them. And what happens is they become visible to everyone. You can see this matted fur, multicolored fur type of wolf. However, they're deformed. They have thick green colored eyes with no eye, no pupil. It's just a green colored hue, and drool that's the shade of purple dripping from their mouth.
So this is where we're.
Snarls at you.
This is where we roll initiative or no?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, sure. Let's roll initiative. Since now it kind of
I was gonna say.
yeah. Now that things have stopped. Looks like a 5. I don't appear to have a pencil. This is sad. I guess I'm gonna have to use notepad. Oh, perfect. I actually have a notepad just there. I love having 2 monitors. This makes this so much easier.
I have 3.
Oh, har.
Brag about it.
So, I got 19.
Well, your
Monitors?
initiative
Yeah,
is
way
based
from
off
all.
of Guy.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I got 19.
Yeah.
okay, so
Guy
Guy
got
rolled a 19. All right. Captain,
16.
Bane,
3.
3.
Yeah, I have a +2.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
that is
No, I would
unfortunate.
say rolling bad on initiative is save it for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
sometimes going
I
last
would
is actually
much
good.
rather get rid of those ones now.
Right.
I should actually grab my actual dice instead of using the D&D Beyond digital crap.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always
Yeah.
use normal dice because I feel like it provides better luck to me.
I will say,
Oh, wait,
whenever
no.
I use the digital, like right now, I've been rolling like shit. So it's like, maybe we should jump.
I didn't think that I had my dice stuff in here. But I do.
All right.
Just have to put together my dice.
What am I doing? I'm not using my bone dice. Of course I need to use those.
Come on, man.
What the hell?
Oh my god!
Well, what
Where'd
the heck?
you go?
Oh god, it's picking it up as like the same hue as your thing. That's weird.
Well, it's AI, so it recognizes like face and movement and stuff like that. That's why it keeps picking my dog up whenever he moves over there.
It's learning.
I forgot to do my
It is.
Forgot.
But that was
to-
kind of.
We'll do that after. When we go
Also,
break here.
thank you for the link too, so I can check that out later.
Yeah, as long as you have an RTX card, you can use it.
All right.
I gotta
So-
check it. Look.
As you fired this witch bolt and you see that creature like emerging, Bane, you
Yes.
see paw prints being to emerge in the tree leaves directly in front of you.
Okay.
And you said your AC was 17?
18.
18? This attack, as it like lunges forwards, you see these leaves on the ground get kicked up, and right as you see that, you bring out your sword, and it collides with it and almost like forces it down towards you, but you push off whatever was lunging at you.
I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
That's when you take damage.
Ah, damn it, it is. And I have to see it.
Also true, you do in fact need to see it.
Semantics.
Guys. Alright, do you three need a recap of how you work in initiative?
No.
No.
Okay.
Got the note pulled up right here.
Okay.
I'm curious to see this in action. Here we go.
Where is it?
Only one in front of us.
How far?
Literally right in front. Right by. How far is it, Tyler?
Well, based off of how you were walking, it's the one that was hit that's visible is about 30 feet from you.
Okay. 30 feet in front of us.
Okay, I walk 30 feet.
All right.
Okay.
Move 30 feet.
So your legs
Yeah.
just
And it's
Yes.
make your way
Make-
over there.
Make a swing.
this is gonna be great. I ready myself. I can't see anything.
Well, you actually have a movement
like-
speed of 25.
No,
So-
we took
No,
the
I got-
mobile feet.
I got mobile feet, so mine's 35.
Oh, important knowledge to know now that I know.
You're now min-maxing the suit.
And it's
All right.
fair.
I make one attack with disadvantage. I assume it's invisible. Yes.
No,
also
the one
can't
that's
see.
visible, it's not at disadvantage.
All right. That is 20, I think. Total of 20. I
That's gonna hit.
think my strength is only +2. Yes. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll your longsword damage. It's longsword, yeah.
Yeah. In one hand. Here we go.
One hit.
6. No.
6 points.
What is Guy's strength mod is my strength mod? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me read the note again.
Yeah, it is.
I also just
Okay.
realized Captain did not roll damage for the witch bolt.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
I mean,
want-
Totally
Uh,
forgot.
oh well, that's max 12.
Well, that's a solid 12 damage of that is lightning damage, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
dead, is it?
So you bring the blade down, you cut into it, and there's almost like this thick resilience as you yank it out, but you can tell that it still went in with the amount of force based off of how you feel it, but yanking it out was tough, almost like you're trying to pull from the ground. But
How
it's
was
still
that from?
standing, still snarling.
I still hear it. It's not dead, brother.
I
Brother,
thought-
should we send out our dogs?
No. Not yet.
Alright.
We're done. We're done. Next turn.
Okay. Then we go over to Captain.
How close am I to this creature?
The one that's visible is about 25 feet.
Alright, gonna move up 10 feet and then cast Lightning Lure. Needs to make this. Yep, cantrip needs to make a Strength 14 saving throw.
Okay. That will fail. I rolled the
Alright. Yeah, so Captain, with his magic, shoots out like a lightning whip that coils around it, pulling it 10 feet towards him, and deals only 2 points of lightning damage.
Okay. I like to play this rule because I think it makes sense canonically with like advantage and stuff. That does invoke an attack of opportunity from Guy.
Is it force movement?
It is force movement, but I like to play it where certain force movements of like pulling to you when pulling past people is like part of a plan. It's different than if it was like blown away from you. Like if you were side by side with someone and they thunder wave someone directly in front of you, that I would say isn't
Excuse me while I reevaluate some of my invocations.
I'm not gonna complain, DM. You let us.
I mean, I'm also going to be lenient with it anyways, because, I mean, look at what we're doing here. We have 3 goblins in a trench coat taking essentially 3 actions.
Is that what was happening? I was trying to do that the whole time.
Oh, man,
Wait,
guys.
what are you talking about? We did our movements, we took our action. That's it. I don't know what you're talking about.
What'd you roll, by the way?
It's not gonna hit with like an 8.
Okay, yeah, that does miss. So you weren't expecting the lightning bolt to collide with this wolf and yank them closer, and especially because you yourself are hearing only crackling lightning. You're like, "What was that?" And it just yanks them past.
Oh, that's moving! That's moving!
Brother, explain what's happening.
What's going on?
Okay, that's your action. You still have a bonus action and a little bit of some movement if you wanted to. The wolf is essentially next to you now, right?
Yeah, and actually, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Tempestus Magic for the Storm Sorcerer or Sorcery. Bonus action, Gust of Wind surround me. That allows me to fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. So just fly back.
Yeah, as you pull on the whip, right as you pull, that same electrical energy just kind of pushes you back along with your whip, so you both just drag away. Alright, now we go to them. Alright, Guy, I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw. As does a 23 hit your AC?
Can I cast...
As a reaction?
shield on Guy?
Not on you, it's only a self spell.
Okay, never mind then.
You just waste a spell slot on yourself?
No, you would know this. You would know this as the one casting it, that it would not affect Guy. You would protect yourself in case it punctured through Guy, but, no.
Okay, strength saving throws.
Bane is
Strength
just
saving throw,
blazing
that
over
is
there.
a 21.
21.
21.
Okay, so you do save, however. Uh-oh. You do suffer 5 points of piercing damage. As, yet again, this bite just comes out and gnaws on your shoulder. Just almost as if it's like onto you, and you can feel its weight just start to throw off each and every one of you inside this thing. As if it's like rattling you like a cage.
Brother, help.
It's fine. It's fine.
The prince compromised, brother.
Now we go over to the wolf that is currently witch bolted. They're going to, at this point, because if Edgar was behind Bane, right? And that was 25 feet beyond, and they were 15 feet. This wolf is going to slide over, just turning over to you, Bane. Or not Bane, Edgar. And its head almost tilts in confusion. and it runs past you, going towards Captain.
It wants to eat. It wanted to eat your bones. Yeah, exactly.
Got some bad dogs here.
Will 23 hit your AC, Captain?
23. Yes, it will.
Okay. I need you to make a strength saving throw
You got it.
as you suffer 8 points of piercing damage.
All
These
right.
wolves.
Gonna fail that.
Okay.
But then gonna cast Hellish Rebuke in return.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw as well for Witch Bolt, because I believe that's concentration.
It would have already ended the moment I didn't reuse it.
Oh, really? Okay. Then yeah, never mind then. So as it lunges past Edgar, it leaps towards you, and it almost catches you off guard as you were expecting it to suddenly attack the individual in front of you, and as it leaps towards you, it tackles you to the ground and is biting at you. And it makes a Dex saving throw, you said?
Yes, Dex 15 for a Hellish Rebuke.
And no. It rolled very poorly, so it saves. Or it does not save, sorry. So...
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. So 19 fire damage to it, and I also failed. Well, I got a 6 on the con saving throw. So.
Well, you didn't need the con saving throws for concentration on Witch Bolt.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So you're good on that, so don't worry about that. But as it leaps onto you and it tackles you to the ground, this electrical energy beneath you just phases forwards into flame and erupts upwards at this extreme velocity and just propels the wolf beyond the tree's vision and it's gone. It comes back down, charred, fallen to the side, and completely still.
Rocket blast off again.
I'll teach you to mess with the captain.
Now we go over to Edgar.
So there's only one dog left, and it's still invisible.
As far as you can tell.
So you can't tell.
So everything's still invisible or dead at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this thing's interesting. Well, as long as we're revealing true forms, I'm gonna use my let me see, my form of dread. So yeah, I cast that, and I basically my entire form shifts to just being the skull covered in a shadow of robe, and I guess I'll attempt to move to attack the invisible creature. I guess I have no idea where it is.
Okay. So what does the form of dread do again?
Form. It keeps scrolling down every time because I've got it stuck to my mouse wheel. It gives me temporary hit points. I'm immune to being to the frightened condition, and every time I hit something with an attack, it has to make a Wisdom saving throw versus my spell save DC, or it is afraid of me till the end of my next turn.
Okay. For the sake of this, make a persuasion check quick. Or, sorry, intimidation check quick.
Okay.
Persuasion. What?
Persuasion.
Persuade these good dogs. 17.
17. As this form takes shape and the shadowish cloak kind of emerges out from you and just the skull is showing, there's this lull as you're running forwards, and both of the wolves are suddenly not invisible. And both of them put one paw down and in a bowing formation towards you.
Brother, what's going on?
They're
No, they're only visible to me. Is that what's going on?
Everyone can see them.
Oh, everyone could see them. Oh,
they're bowing to the skeleton.
sit.
They both sit down.
Well, this one more effective than expected.
You do.
Doctor, what is your connection with these creatures?
Kill the doctor!
Unknown. I am connected to death and Jurgle itself. If he has connection to this island, then perhaps I'm bound to it in some way. This is curious.
To say the least.
The doctor is sus.
Vote to kick. Vote to kick.
Eject. I saw them on camera.
Oh no, I'm eject. Dr. Leach is not the imposter.
Oh shit.
Damn it.
Fuck!
That means it's us.
So what's everyone doing? I mean, it's still
So
your
we-
turn, Edgar. What would you like to do?
I mean, they're not hostile at this point, so I'm just going to hold. I'm gonna hold, I guess, to see until they behave otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, as they're sitting after you gave the command, their mouths are still like panting, and there's still that purplish slime kind of falling off of their mouth. Is anyone doing anything apart from?
I mean, I have a... So is the one that went to attack me that was pushing on my sword, is it still in that, or did it also break away and...
It's like in front of you, bowing in the direction of the Edgar in its current state.
It's not paying any attention to me?
No.
So, question about my sword that you made me.
Mm-hmm.
See, it can take on the appearance of whatever. If it's the appearance of a greatsword, does it do the damage of a greatsword?
Yeah. It's a great sword. I only wrote that because since two of your characters that I have now known have been that DM or that show Bane, I've labeled the sword to take shape into whatever, so that way you can then carry on the Bane legacy into other games.
Nice. Alright, so... I'm gonna try to coup de grace this bastard while he's not paying any attention to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage.
21 on that one, and next. So,
The
nat
nat
20.
20.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
So the way that I'm trying to change working with the roll 20s, the natural 20s, you roll the dice twice, but the lowest you can get is the average score that you would get, essentially. So, like, take the maximum of what you get on a normal roll, and that's the lowest you can roll for a critical hit. If that makes sense. So a greatsword would be 2d6, so it would be 12. 12 is the lowest you can roll out of 4d6.
Oh, wow. Cool. I like this.
It's overly complicated, but it's better than if you rolled like 4 2s or something on 6s, and you rolled somehow less than the average.
22 total
Okay.
for damage.
Yeah, so you bring it down and cut straight into the back of it, and when you pull it out, it's still standing, and in that moment, both the wolves immediately just look straight at you.
Cool. I'm okay.
I look over. Bane!
Why would you do this?
It bit me!
It bit me too. You don't see me slashing at them. Slashing.
Guy, it is your turn.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
The closest one I'm guessing is the one that's like by Bane,
It's the one that's
right?
attacking Bane.
Yeah, okay. Over there.
Where?
By the turtle.
Where's the turtle?
Turn around and move forward 10 feet, was it?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
What this looks like to everyone is the head looking down, and you can hear whispering between the body parts.
Oh, I thought we'd keep constantly using. But
I
whatever.
mean, you need to be able to point at each other, and the head can't use somatic components. So, if you're talking with the head can't point to you.
You're walking, brother.
Follow the direction he told me.
Yeah, you get up next to it. You can hear the snarling, and it's wheezing
As
from
we're
pain.
as we're approaching, our sword arm just starts whirring around like a windmill.
For the sake of it, roll just a flat d20 quick.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Hey,
So,
me or the-
Oh, yeah.
the wolf that I just hit
Mm.
is now frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
All right. Good to know.
My right focus is the Great Old One. When I score a critical hit against it while using the weapon, it is frightened of me until end of my next turn.
Cool. All right. Good to know. So go ahead and roll to. What'd you roll on just the flat d20?
A 7.
Okay. No, that's fine. Now go ahead and roll to attack.
Was our arm in danger of flying off?
No, I was just saying that, I mean, you're running at a wolf flailing an arm. The potential to hit a turtle individual is semi there.
I can't see.
Yeah.
That's not gonna hit.
Is it?
You don't
It's
even
a
have
9.
damage.
It's a 9.
9? Yeah, that's gonna miss. The flailing, as you're flailing, you clip the back of the turtle's shell and it slides your blade out of your hand for just a second, and you're like, You grab it and swing, and you're just swinging at the air at that point.
Brother.
Doing down
brother,
there.
did I hit it? I hit it, didn't I?
No, you idiot. Why'd you swing the arm like that?
I was preparing.
Anything else, guy?
Nothing else we can really do, no.
Okay. Captain.
Alright. So there's the two in front of the doctor, and they're now aggressive again, right?
Yep.
Does that mean I get an attack as well?
Yeah, because your held action was in case they act any differently. So yes, you can go ahead and make the attack at the one that's directly in front of you. It's not the one that's attacking Bane.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
No, that I totally forgot. You are correct. Anyways, Captain, what are you going to be doing?
He probably would have, kind of shouted towards the doctor. Which, can you do that again? Can you calm the beasts? As he rushes over to the one assaulting our turtle friend, and we'll. Can I get with 30 feet movement? Can I get up to it?
Yep, for sure.
All right, gonna run up and then shocking grasp.
Okay.
Trip for a 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Fantastic.
And I roll a 15.
That's going to hit as well.
6 points of lightning damage.
All right. As you do this, you slide up, and you're shouting at Dr. Leach to try to get to see if they can calm these beasts again. And as you do, you slide up, and this magical arcane energy whooshes out, and there's this crackling lightning over the body, and it just goes limp standing, and it just stiffens and falls over to the side.
I to assume that it is deceased.
It is deceased.
Fantastic. Gonna excuse me. Turn around and Yeah, exactly. I got the corona. Sorry, I shouldn't joke about that. And just kidding, we can joke about anything. Sorry, and
Take it
where is
on.
it? Meta magic, quicken spell, to Witch Bolt as a bonus action at one of the ghost towns.
Okay,
Demon.
there's only one left.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, just the one then.
Okay.
For shits and giggles.
Go ahead and roll to hit then.
10.
10 will unfortunately miss. As you fire it out, Quickland Magic, you turn to your side, firing it out. It soars directly above it as the wolf itself just crouches in a growling stance, looking towards Bane. And just in that moment, the Witch Bolt fires directly over it, colliding with a nearby tree. Trees
Alright.
rustling.
And as you say that at me, I'm like, I probably could, but this turtle one desires violence, and a skeletal hand appears, and I skewer the other beast for 6 poison damage. I'm using Savage Fury.
Okay. Poison damage or acid?
Oh, it might be acid. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I think it's acid.
It is acid, yes.
It's acid.
Probably better. So you put your hand out, and this viscous acid begins to burn at the fur, and you can see the coloration of the fur is starting to melt softly, and it's mixing with other melted portions of fur and turning into this sickly brownish, blackish color. It's still
And
standing.
it needs to make a wisdom save.
Right, because of your thing.
I'm sorry, but your time too must end.
13?
That fails.
Okay, so it's a frightened of you.
It's an afeared boy.
It's a weird boy. Okay. I mean, that's good, because now it is its turn. And it's going to run past you to try to bite Bane. So you can make an attack of opportunity if you would so like. And it's going to make a disadvantage because of the fear.
I don't actually have any weapons out, so I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay. I'm gonna guess this misses, right, because your AC is 18, so it, as it goes to, like, jump at you, in that moment, part of its leg catches a very distinct patch of leaves, and it trips, tumbling towards you out of fear. Alright, Edgar.
Alright, I guess. Follow up. Eldritch Blast.
Alright, go ahead and roll to shoot it.
That is a 16.
16 will hit.
For 9 damage, and it also has to make the save again.
Okay. I also need you to roll another d20.
Alright. Oh, and there's another 5 necrotic damage on that as I move Hex to it.
Gotcha.
9 on the d20.
What's your spellcasting attack modifier?
Plus 6.
Plus 6?
Currently.
Okay. As you fire forwards, you're expecting this singular bolt to soar forwards and colliding with it, and in that instance, a secondary bolt fires outwards from you and collides with it. It's not, effectively, you fired Eldritch Blast twice.
The power grows.
So how much damage overall?
Oh, sorry, that was a total of 14 damage.
14 damage. Alright.
And it needs to make a save.
Well, it doesn't. As you fire
okay.
these two bolts forwards, they collide several times, and it just falls. And it is now deceased. And with that, there is a very effectively loud, rippling boom.
Oh no.
And this singular wave pushes forwards.
That was
I
cool.
turned on the voice changer in the wrong moment, and it effectively screwed that.
I thought it was wonderful.
It was ominous.
Very, very scary.
With that, I think we're going
Definitely
to...
caught me off guard.
With that, I think we're going to call this a break for now. And we will be taking a short break here. If you guys wanted to continue playing, then we by all means can. But right now, this is going to be a break for us, and I hope you're enjoying this. This is definitely an obscure one-shot. Right now, you guys are effectively level 5. That's why you fired 2 Eldritch Blasts, is because you reached level 5. So, as the T-Rex is eating Edgar, we will call this a break. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Dr. Leach, Stephanator, Drake Twisted, thank you so much for playing here. Feel free to plug your things right now as well, because we're going to be doing this until it's completed, and this is going to be episode 1 of it. So go ahead and talk about what you guys do.
I'll go first. I'm Stefan from Paradise RPG, our flagship show, as they like to say. I think that's a weird way to put it. Advantage in Paradise is every Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Come watch, hang out. Things are a little more serious than this, but it's your cup of soup, right? So I like this soup just as much as that soup.
Oh yeah, serious is great.
Exactly, Rice. That's my pitch. I'm done.
Next cue.
Go, Mr. Q, go! Dr. Cole!
Oh, well, I'm Dr. Leach. I don't do anything on the internet. I just love playing D&D, so thanks for having me. I'm loving it here.
I'm
So,
glad you're here.
Good enough.
yeah, people that actually have to plug things, they should do stuff. But, yeah, thanks.
Hey, that's you. You're next.
Oh. Variety streamer from time to time. Been hella busy since March. Bought a house, so I haven't been doing much. Working on some overlays, animation, stuff like that for friends, family that are also trying to start in on streaming because they want more interaction. Twisted Drake at Twitch TV.
Thank you for being on this show.
Dude, this is great. Like, I felt bad at first when you first asked me, and I'm like, who the hell is this?
No, I mean, it was like, a month after we had played on DM Thacos.
Yep.
So
That game was crazy, so we're hoping to match that same level of ridiculous.
A lot of the one-shots we tend to have get into that comedic territory, and then there will be a point where it actually does get serious and just falls off the comedy. But
Yeah.
it's usually just pretty much nuts. A lot of it is improv. Like, I usually don't come up with a whole lot of stuff during it. I have an idea of the ending, the beginning, and the path you guys take will essentially dictate that. So, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this, listening to it. And we'll see you again on another Misrolled adventure here.
Hey, ciao.
Bye.